you just abandon any precaution. You know, folks, something could happen here, and if it does, so what?
Hey friends, welcome to Nathan for Us, a Nathan Fielder fan podcast. My name is Kelly.
And hi, I'm Megan.
And we are back. We are still talking about the curse. We're on episode 6, and we have a very special guest to talk all about this episode, which is called The Fire Burns On. This is a guy who's probably directed one of your favorite comedians, multiple comedy specials. He's the co-host of the podcast, Weak Minded, and the titular Stuart Laws from the comedy special. Stuart Laws, is that guy still going? Stuart Laws, welcome back to the pod.
Yes, I got back in. I snuck back in through the back door.
You're always welcome here.
Thank you, but I do like to sneak in through the back door so that it's a surprise.
Whoa. Still a sexual intruder, I see.
No.
Menace, sexual menace.
Sexual menace.
Ah, what a bad start to the podcast.
I hope people are coming in having not listened to your previous episode and have zero context for what we're talking about.
Please go back. Stuart was on our Nathan For You episode. That was the asexual repair shop.
Yes. Can you you can't be an asexual menace in any way.
I think you can be, yeah, definitely. For sure.
Okay.
Yes.
But you have to use like a catapult and you have to like throw gum in people's hair and things like that. It's very like school, high school.
A catapult is so much more extreme than like putting gum in hair. Like if you were to say today, I'm getting a catapult, where do you get one from? Do you have to build it? Best Buy. I haven't been to Best Buy in a while.
Yeah, it's USB
I didn't know their
powered.
range of catapults. I haven't been down that aisle.
Also, I've been to Canada since I last was on here. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I suddenly got excited by that and thought, do you even have Best Buy up there?
We do.
We do.
Wow.
We're like in the 19th, 20th century. We're not quite 21st, but we're getting there.
Yes, I would love to see a Best Buy in the 19th century.
I think it'd be selling like catapults. I was gonna say, is there between a catapult and a trebuchet, or are those the same thing?
I think they're the same.
Isn't a trebuchet just a big version?
Is that the big one?
I looked into them a little bit recently because nearby for Halloween, like there's like a pumpkin trebuchet competition where you build a giant one and try to see how far you can chuck a pumpkin. And I thought for a minute, wow, that would be really fun to participate in. And then remembered that I have zero skills and ability to build that. But for a hot second, I was like, my dream is to chuck a pumpkin really far.
Isn't that the famous clip from, is it Amazing Race, where they're
the watermelon.
Yeah.
Oh, the watermelon.
And everyone who has seen Amazing Race knows exactly what we're talking about. It must be the most famous Amazing Race scene. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube. They have to use a big like elastic with a watermelon to chuck it to a target. And the watermelon gets tangled in it and launches back in this woman's face and like launches.
Yes.
Bad.
And her part and the Amazing Racer just like, oh yeah, you got to keep going.
It's one of those that I think if you experience that pain, but you see the clip, you just go, I think my pain was worth that clip being in human history.
Yeah. And to keep going.
Yeah.
No. Like that person's stronger than me.
You don't think it's worth the clip? Yeah, you did finish a marathon and you have a baby.
Yeah, I guess.
That is biologically yours.
I did.
What was more difficult?
People actually have asked me this a lot of times, and I mean,
guys, our questions are so unoriginal.
I know.
We gotta get out there.
I guess I'll just fire a watermelon into my face.
I don't want to be like rude to like men who run marathons, but like I do think childbirth is worse than running a marathon. Because like you can just kind of stop and walk during a marathon, but like, childbirth, like there's no,
You can't stop and
you
walk.
can't really stop what you're doing and be like, I'm going to tap out. Like, actually, you can't just go like have a little sit. Like, it's like you're in it for a while.
You so rarely see people do childbirth whilst wearing like a costume of like a dinosaur.
Yes.
Things like that.
So true.
Now, are there world records for giving birth in costume? Because I think there are for marathons, right?
There's a ton of marathon world records in costumes. My friends actually have the world record for running a marathon in a 4-person costume. Yeah, and they also had it for the half marathon, but I think it just got broken.
What was the 4-person costume?
They were dressed up as a streetcar, which honestly, the funniest thing to me is that my other friend had to run with them holding like a camera because you have to like film the whole thing, but he didn't get anything. So
can you what would be the worst 4-person costume?
Like
a human caterpillar, I guess.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, you're like in the position too, or what?
Yeah.
Because I mean, technically, then if you're the person who's like one of those people isn't gonna have their legs on the ground. No, 2 of those people won't.
I thought it was just. I haven't seen the movie, but I pictured it that one person could stand and everyone else had to like hunch over.
Yes. Yeah, that's how I'm picturing it, if that's okay to picture it like that. Or you could, I guess, have a costume that's like, like one of the Chinese dragon costumes where like there's everyone under it and they're moving it, but it's of like a 6-person human caterpillar.
Yeah.
I would like that if they also had to move in that
caterpillar,
way.
centipede.
Centipede.
I keep doing this because there was a line in my show where I deliberately get it wrong. And then I correct myself and just go, oh no, human caterpillar actually just sounds like a nice lad telling you've got a glow up coming. And now it's broken my brain that I keep on saying human caterpillar, even though it's human. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're back in it. The human caterpillar was cute, was fluffy. The human centipede is unruly, but both costumes probably are uncomfortable to run in.
Well, the problem is if you have to stop and go to the bathroom. Because you need to then
you're not allowed to stop. That's the whole point of the human centipede, right?
Yeah.
You can't like that's what you're sewed to.
So you're locked in, like you're pissing in your teammate's mouth if you're doing
it's not piss.
It's not.
You're not.
You're having tummy trouble, you're shitting and
it's not mouth to dick or pussy. That's
a different thing.
I think I was getting confused with
that is the human caterpillar. That's beautiful.
Okay, that is the human caterpillar. Human centipede is the other side.
Oh no.
Also, you want to empty yourself out for a marathon, don't you? You don't want to go into it needing to go to the bathroom.
I don't think anyone starts the marathon being like, I want to make sure that I shit my pants today, but like there's some days you're out there and you're like, I'm having a problem.
Yeah, there must be a marathon PB for like needing a shit.
What's the marathon PB for needing a shit? Like,
yeah, fastest someone's done a marathon where they really needed a shit at the start.
I think you could go
or fastest someone's shit themselves.
Well, there was definitely a guy at the Olympics. I can't remember if it was maybe Paris who like did shit himself and like crossed the finish line, and he like clearly had shit himself.
Oh yeah, and he was like, "Don't film, don't put your camera." Yeah. Great.
No cameras, only mouths.
It's like people wonder why you don't want to run marathons. It's like, well, you might shit your pants. It's definitely one reason.
But is it like a thing where kind of it's accepted that pretty much everyone pees themselves?
Not everyone. You're just saying that because
a lot of people.
I definitely peed myself.
Did you?
You didn't have to
share
say
with
it.
the whole podcast. It's fine.
But is that like a childbirth plus marathon situation?
Unfortunately, it's pretty common if you've had a kid, and then yeah, I'm just weak.
I've never done that. I've done a half. That's the furthest I've ever run.
Really? That's really
And
far too.
It's very, and I would say I think that is far enough. Like what
Yeah.
what are you running from?
You're so right though.
Yeah.
I was thinking that yesterday. I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Drenched
What
in
am I
your own
doing?
piss.
Yeah, I'm like pissing myself.
I
Like,
did-
it's not like I'm gonna win. Like I came in like 300th or something
You're
That's
like, I could
incredible.
have stopped.
for women. It's like I literally, what am I doing?
And I was at the end, I was like, give me a big hug. And I'm like holding her.
I was like, I peed my pants.
You're
The
like, I'm
camera's
covered.
zooming in on you.
You're like,
You're
I'm covered
smirking.
in my own pee. I'm like, well, we're in it now. It's okay. It's too late.
Yeah, I think you had the worst day, Megan.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your empathy. Yeah.
You should have empathy pissed your pants after I told you
That was really mean of me. I should have. I'm
Ev-
sorry.
Everyone who's listening, if you could do one thing for me today and just
It's
pee your
empathy,
pants,
piss your pants.
it would feel a lot better.
It's the courteous thing to do. DM Kelly about it. Say, this one's for you, Kelly.
Hey, this kind of relates to the episode because we do get another
We do
shot
see
of
peeing.
Asher peeing again for
Yes.
the second or third time this season.
I want to know which producer is like, I love it. I need it in the episode. Again, more little pee.
Don't wash your hands. Don't you dare wash your hands.
And it does that it tilts down in the mirror shot where you're just like, oh, are we going to see it again?
I
And then
wasn't
it just
expecting it.
it just holds back a little bit where it's like, we don't need to show you again because you're all imagining it.
You're all aware.
Yeah.
And we are. We are.
But now you're like extra aware. So it's just the little reminder you needed. And right after they show his face and he's like looking down and like really has to like look over to see it. And I was like, oh. The holding it with his fingertips is what gets me every time. Like
Yeah.
that part really like
It's
does
like
me
I'm
in.
holding my hand, but like he can't because his hands are so small, so he's just holding my finger. Like that.
Yeah.
That's the pee scene to me.
Yes. Yeah. It's the fingertips for me.
So Stuart, what do you think of the curse so far?
Yeah. Okay, wait. You've seen all of it, right? So
Yes. So
Oh,
I
okay.
saw it when it came out and I paid for Paramount. Was it Paramount Plus or was it another service?
our
I can't remember.
enemy.
Paramount
Yes.
Plus, yes.
In the UK to watch it. And that was the only reason I wanted to watch it. And I think Frasier was on there. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll bash through Frasier and the
that too.
Curse.
A
And it
good
was-
double.
A real good double. I think I waited till all the episodes were available and I just sort of crashed through them all in a week. I loved it. I really loved it. I don't know fully. I know they've talked about that they've mapped out future series, but I'm like Twin Peaks, I'm fully happy with one series and I've never watched more than the first series of Twin Peaks. I am going to watch the rest of it now.
It
but
was
I
one
think
series for you.
as far as I'm concerned, Twin Peaks Series 1 is a masterpiece. And I know Series 2 took a bit of a dip because of studio interference. So I was like, I'm going to preserve one in my head. Enough time has passed. I'm now going to watch the rest of them because I've hear later stuff is very good as well.
Yeah,
In my
but you
mind-
have to watch it to watch the later ones.
Yes. Yeah.
I
yeah.
also do love Twin Peaks, so would
Um,
recommend.
And so, yeah, rewatching it for today was just, it's definitely it's not as welcoming as, and this is an odd thing to say about Nathan Fielder content art. It's not as welcoming as other things, considering that a lot of people, when I'm like, you've got to watch this, are like, oh, I don't know if I can watch that. I find that difficult to watch. That technically this is more of a traditional TV show, but is more odd and unsettling in many other ways.
Now,
Yeah.
the two people we asked to watch the series, one of which is Kelly's mom, they both binged it in one day.
Wow.
So they really went for it. Now, we're watching it episode by episode. So we've only seen up to episode 6. We don't know what happens after. We're going in blind. but there's multiple people in our lives who know the full story and have to restrain themselves.
Well, this is why I wanted to ask you about you being in a tree.
Oh, okay.
Now, without spoiling anything,
Yes.
you were in a tree recently.
Yes.
So when you get around to that particular episode, you'll know why I spoke of it.
Oh, okay.
Why-
I didn't. So
Okay.
they're in a tree at some point.
I don't want to say any more, but like a tree
You've said
becomes
too
a
much.
key part of an episode.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh, well,
you
we
being up in
saw
it.
do you mean the big tree where Dougie hid his keys under the smallest tree, or there's a different tree?
There is a big tree outside the house that plays a relevant role.
Okay. Oh, I won't guess.
Don't
I'll
guess.
hold back.
What was it
Okay.
like being up in a tree?
It was super fun. I know an arborist, so
You don't have to cry. It's okay.
it was just really moving being in the tree. No, it was super tall. It was great. I was like all rigged up. It was very fun. There was an excellent view. I wasn't, because I feel like you don't know if you're afraid of heights until you're somewhere tall, and I never have a reason to be somewhere quite high. But I think because there's so many branches, it doesn't feel like you're hanging in space. Like it doesn't feel like you're about to fall and die. And I was also very confident in the rigging.
How were you rigged? Was there any chance that you could zip off into the sky?
No, I was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was fully from the ground.
Yes. Now I did tie my own life support line, and I don't know if I should have been allowed to do that. I know quite a few knots, but I don't use them very much. Like my dad's a rigger, and so like I've known some knots and like do them here or there, or I'll like go splice some things like for a short period of time and relearn something, and then it kind of goes away. But it was good to know I remembered a few things.
I mean, it sounds terrifying. And also just to even have be like, oh, and I just knew a few things about rigging and how to tie my sort of lifeline and things like that. It's just all I'm doing if I'm put in a tree is just being like, well, I hope the person who put me here knows what they're doing.
The person I was with does know what they're doing, and I had full confidence. Now, what was funny though is people kept trying to watch us. So I learned that being an arborist is a spectator sport. I've been told that people will pull up lawn chairs to watch them work. So there was one car that drove by that just parked and were chatting with us for a while and asked about it. And then they went home and I think told their neighbor that we were on the trail climbing a tree. So this other guy drove up and parked and asked if he could watch. And I didn't know how to say no, but it was very weird. And so we were like, yeah, sure, no problem. But we're just going to slowly go up this tree and then hang out and chat. Like we're not doing any work on it. Like it's not going to be that entertaining. And he kept talking to us like through his car window and then eventually left, but it was very weird. And I was like, is this something that happens a lot? And my friend was saying like, yeah, constantly.
That says to me, and as a comedian who was on the OnlyFans platform for 9 months as part of their comedy programming.
Sure.
Wow.
Wow.
I
didn't know we had an OnlyFans
star
over here.
Wow.
Look, I think if I had posted anything close to what we all consider traditional OnlyFans content, I think I would have lost all of my subscribers. I just had comedy nerds who wanted to see behind the scenes footage of things.
Oh, they wanted behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying that
they were
OnlyFans
like, come in the back
arborist.
Yeah.
An OnlyFans arborist, is that what it's called?
Oh, I bet. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna pitch this. There are sexy arborists on TikTok and stuff who are like slowly chopping wood and like wearing suspenders and stuff.
I think it would be a huge market for. Also, I think I'm thinking any sort of specific job like that is slightly outside of the norm. That's ripe for OnlyFans.
Oh yeah. What's the best job? that's not just being an OnlyFans person, because that's a job in itself. But what career is most applicable or fun? Because I feel like firefighters played out, like there's going to be tons of those accounts. Like, is there an off-brand or like an interesting career that you wouldn't necessarily associate with OnlyFans, and it would be like a delight to stumble upon?
A train driver?
Oh yeah, no, that's a
Yeah. Because there's a bit of authority there that you can play with in sort of a sexy way.
They have the little like whistle.
The whistle is very important.
And the little hat. Yeah, they have an outfit. I feel like the most important thing is you need an outfit.
Also have whistles.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah.
I think because there's rigging involved and there's like, you know, like buckles and things like that, it's already
harnesses, yeah.
Knots.
It's already pretty sexy as a career.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think only train conductor competes with that, you know, coming by and saying, can I punch your ticket? Stuff like that.
Oh.
Especially like an old-timey train conductor where they're like shoveling coal and it's getting hot in there.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think those are the conductors. I think that's like that's a
no, but they
different
muck in, they get involved.
This conductor is multi-talented. He does it all.
Yeah.
He gets his hands dirty.
Drives the train, checks tickets, shovels coal.
He's doing
scolds people who don't get tickets.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you don't want a narc.
Coal scoop.
But being a narc is not sexy. That's like the least sexy thing, is to be a narc.
Okay, yeah, but then that gets them in trouble. They have to go and see their boss.
Who's even hotter.
Yeah.
And even more jacked. It's like, oh my God. They can't keep getting away with this.
This goes all the way to the top. Now, being up the tree, did it make you feel like a green queen?
It did. Good.
We're back in.
This one's for you. We're back in it.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
Do we want to chat about Green Queen since you just brought it up? Like, we need to discuss the title and if it is in fact better than Fliplanthropy, which it does not roll off the tongue.
Yeah, I think Green Queen is like, if you've got Emma Stone, you wanna put her front and center, don't you?
Now you don't know it's Emma Stone.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if you have someone who looks like Emma Stone,
oh, you're all in.
Then you put them front and center over a Nathan Fielder, with all due respect to Nathan Fielder.
On the Nathan Fielder
always respectful
podcast.
Just from a pure selling it to OnlyFans.
I actually think Nathan Fielder would do really well on OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a hot guy. He has a lot of, he's like absolutely, there's a fandom for him, right?
I don't know if he's like traditional hot guy. I think he's like quirky, interesting, funny guy, which is a lot of times better.
And he creates incredible art. So everyone, that heightens how hot you are, right?
Yes.
For specific people.
Yeah.
I think for most people.
I do want to talk about, okay, so yeah, we set the scene, I guess, to just remind people. Or
yeah, Kelly, bring us to the beginning.
I'll just talk quickly about what gets us here. We see basically Dougie and Whitney, they're reviewing the packaged show together. Dougie has put together everything, so we see pretty much the end of what has happened. There's an artist who made Janice and Pascal, aka the hot guy and the woman with the two colored hair from the previous episode. They have decided to purchase the house, and this artist has given them a keychain to celebrate that. Whit and Asher also give them a piece of pottery that they really reiterate can be used for many different things. They're like very aggressively like, this is not just art. It can be used as a bowl. It can be used for lots of different things. And they really want to make sure that everyone knows that. And then they also see a couple of other scenes where some community members are painting over a graffitied wall, and Janice and Pascal meet up with some people that they met at the community painting party for dinner and it's very awkward. And that's kind of what we see from the packaged show. And it's very boring, I think we could all say.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, to start a show like a narrative comedy drama with an extended bit from another show that is actually just quite boring and dull.
Yes. Okay, so we see that behind Dougie, there's a lot of ideas that he has to punch up the show.
Now, Stuart, have you watched any HGTV shows?
What is that?
So it's a real network. What does it stand for, Kelly? Home and Garden Television?
Yeah, I think it's literally Home and Garden Television.
No, I have not.
So what's interesting is they're using like a real network name who does house flipping shows. Like it's kind of the TV that's on if you are sick at home from school. And it's like, there was a show called Trading Spaces where two couples would swap and redo someone else's room. They're fully redoing houses. There was a big one where they would pretty much fully take down an old, not very nice looking house and build a mansion with all tons of cool stuff. And like the kids' rooms are super themed and it's very big and dramatic. And Kelly was telling me on a different episode about how much drama they add into these shows nowadays and sexual tension they have between, there's a host and his new wife and his ex-wife, and they're always trying to make it seem like they might have a threesome.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
I can't think of a worse threesome to have.
Well, so originally the show was like this couple.
What about Anthony Napoli's?
This couple who were married and they used to flip houses and like that was their thing. But then while that show was happening, they got divorced.
They flipped their relationship.
So they flipped their relationship. So then they had a season where they were like getting divorced, but still flipping houses. And then he started dating another woman who was from a different TV show. They got married, and then the original wife was also dating another guy, and then the four of them were going to have a show together. Then they started filming the new show, and the original wife and the new guy that she was married to also got divorced. And then they cut him out of the show, so it was just the original wife, her ex-husband, and his new wife, and then they kept making it seem like they were gonna fuck.
Wow. Now in the UK we had a show called Garden. Oh no, we had what was it called? Garden Show UK. I'm typing it. Garden Show UK TV Dimmock. It was called Garden Rescue? No, it can't be.
Garden Rescue sounds wholesome.
Garden Rescue does sound extreme. It was called Ground Force.
Oh, okay. That sounds a little more enticing.
Is very extreme.
So they would go in and they would turn the garden into like something beautiful whilst the person was away. So like their partner would like be like, oh, we're going to go away. And then they'd come in and they'd get like diggers in and they'd landscape the whole place. And then the person come back and it would be like, look at this. And they'd be like, oh my God, what have you done? And
but with joy.
Normally with joy, some like they also had like there was a TV show where they do that to houses, changing rooms. Where
that's like Trading Spaces.
Yeah.
And then occasionally the person would absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
That was always the joy. But Ground Force was hosted by a Christian called Alan Titchmarsh. He was big time Christian, which I think is rarer in the UK. Like lovely lad, but like he was very like vocally Christian. Then there was
that integrated into the show?
No, but he was like very vocal about it and was always like, I don't know, it seems like more unusual in the UK to be very vocally Christian. Sometimes you'd be quite quiet about it and whatever. So he was like quite pure, like classic sort of middle-aged white man, very calm, wear a little like gardener's gilet vest. And then Charlie Dimmock was the gardener, and what she was famous for, and this is really a sign of the 90s, was that she didn't wear a bra.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that was her vibe, and she was in the newspapers all the time, and she was just like a nice, good gardener, but she was
a green queen.
She was a green queen.
Yes.
I love that for her. I thought you were gonna say that the Christian guy like got caught fucking and it was like a big scandal. And I was like, oh my God, did he try and have a threesome with the gardener and like some unnamed producer?
No, I don't think so. But I also, I don't. There's an Olympian who was cheating on his wife, and she organized a prank where the garden got all turned up, and I think it was with the Garden Force team, and it was like as a, I know you've been cheating on me, and now I've messed up your beloved garden.
I love that.
No, that's not real.
Yeah.
That's real. So there's an Olympian who's married. She finds out her husband is cheating on her and is like, pulls in this garden show and is like, let's mess up his garden to be like a gotcha.
Yeah.
HGTV, wild and out. That's crazy. That's also a crazy response to like, you've been cheating on me. I'm going to mess with your garden.
I love that.
Yeah.
We need more of this.
It's a real go off green queen.
I want HGTV to be more involved in like pranking people, like getting revenge on people.
It sounds like that is all that they do. Like, where is the gardening?
Yeah, the gardening figured very little in it.
Yeah. I want there to be like, you know, when people have the big mazes, I want there to be really dramatic mazes to get to people's front doors. I think you should have to work harder to visit your friends.
Are you saying that to your friends about you? Like you don't want your friend because you've got your cats and you're like, please leave me alone. Is that why you went up the tree?
No, I really want, I'm already far away. It's already difficult for them to visit me, but I like the drama of like a maze. And I feel like in a front garden would be like particularly dramatic.
But then
like the poor Amazon drivers.
Yeah, that's true. But your friends would just learn the route, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
if they're good enough friends and they visit me enough.
I do like the idea of the Uber Eats people coming in and being like, "Oh, I can't be doing this." Just giving up.
That's the drama. They want the people to be upset. I've been told the gardening is like the last thing on their list. The house flipping is the last thing on their list. They want chaos. They want confusion. They want weird props. I thought that the show was okay. Well, okay, let's finish talking about the name.
Yes.
Green Queen is not a good name.
Wow.
It sounds like a juice. It sounds like a juice is my beef with it.
I don't think I would understand what the show is, or I would think that Whitney would have to be like a way bigger hippie, like making her own deodorant, like, you know, sewing her own clothing, living off the land. Like she's not, you know, having her credit card charged to the coffee shop and the jeans store. Like she's making her own coffee at home. She's roasting her beans. Like she would need to be such a bigger hippie or a huge pothead for this title to work, I think.
I think you're right. I just think that it's too cute, you know? It's too cute. Fliplanthropy, also a bad name. Like it just does not roll off the tongue. I think it's the Fliplanth does not feel nice in my mouth.
Yeah, it's a tough sell, either of them. I guess like me dipping back in was just sort of like, oh yeah, what is this? Sort of really sort of like, you know, this is like over halfway through now where it's turning pretty toxic beyond where it started. And then just being like, yeah, how, and also having, you know, been involved in the making of TV in various ways, nothing like this particular show, but just being like, yeah, I guess, yeah, you probably could pivot the show halfway through. You're changing what it is, that sort of thing. And then I tell you what it is, the way that that scene afterwards when it's sort of zooming in on Asher through like a windshield or like a distorted glass sort of thing of him just sort of disconnected from it all. I mean, the way it's shot is great. It's really fun and interesting.
Very spooky, very who is watching. I think that both names do not explain what the show is. As they said, Fliplanthropy Like they don't flip houses. Like they're building passive houses from scratch. So that doesn't really make sense. And Green Queen, I also like if they're selling houses that aren't just passive houses, or are they only selling passive houses? Like I don't think either of them makes sense for the show. But what's interesting is Dougie's response is to really encourage Whitney and say it's like an incredible name, and really makes her beg him to give his input, even though he's clearly been dying to give his input this whole time. And so we see him want there to be a lot more tension between Asher and Whitney, and to only get Whitney's perspective, because we learn that she is the queen and he is a village idiot that we're going to kind of make fun of. And in the test group, we saw that people were only really interested in Whitney. What I was interested to learn from you, Stuart, who has a lot more TV experience than us, is it was confusing to me that Whitney, the star of the show, and Dougie were potentially changing the whole show concept without consulting anyone. Like they were talking about, oh, maybe we have to consult HGTV about the name change, but I just thought that there would be more people and the clearer layout of what's happening each episode if they're ordering a series.
Yeah, I would say that there's like a point when someone from the channel is going to be coming on board to be like, what's happened here? This is not
Also,
what we signed off on.
And it's been months, right? Like they've been working for a while. So I feel like that's the biggest thing. Is it's like they've been working on this for a long time now, it seems.
Yeah, so I guess they're being like, and I guess this does happen, and guess if like probably the model of a channel like that is sort of like, we know what the viewers like, so you're going off to make that show, so we're not going to really pay attention to it because we don't have the biggest budgets to like oversee it as much. And that Dougie is like, well, I will sell them what it's going to be once we get to it, that I'm going to make the show I want to make because I'm an auteur and I'm making art.
Is he making art? Some of his ideas being touch Lexus logo 3 times and Whitney strokes Lexus logo. What do we think of the new concept where we need to get more of this tension going? So they quickly re-edit a scene to make it seem like Asher is kind of a dummy and that Whit is basically hates her husband is the only way to put it.
Yeah, it's a particularly brutal way to sort of realize that you're having relationship issues, isn't it?
Yeah. He's like, we have hundreds of clips of you rolling your eyes at your husband. Like,
oh man,
while the camera's rolling.
Stuff like that just fills me with absolute dread, to sort of just be like secretly despised or found like, you know, like she's doesn't respect him in any way. You just that is worse than finding out that they're planning to murder you, as far as I'm concerned. And maybe that's male privilege speaking.
At least if she's planning to murder you, like she has plans. she's like putting in some work.
Yeah, she's engaged by something about me has engaged her so much, but like the lack of respect.
She's thinking about you. She's thinking about you a lot. This, I think, is so insane to do to your partner. I like the fact that she's not immediately telling him the concept or pitching it to him or asking his buy-in, and she only cares that he's not doing it back to her. It's so weird that her and Dougie are teaming up. Now, Kelly had what I think is a very off-base take, that there was some sexual tension between Asher and Dougie. And I was like, you've lost the plot. So I'd be interested to know if you're in on it or if you agree that Kelly's just reaching.
I said in one scene.
You were like really into it. I was like, what are you talking about?
I can't remember which episode. They were eating pizza and like chatting, and I was like, there's an energy.
Yeah.
Yes? No.
It's impossible to eat pizza without some sort of sexual energy. One of the least sexy foods.
How are you eating the pizza?
Yeah, you'd have to be rolling it up into a long cylinder.
I think it's the dip. the dip.
Yeah, a bit of dip and then sliding it straight in whilst maintaining eye contact the entire time.
And that's not what happened.
I stand by my statement that I think that there's sexual tension between Asher and Dougie.
Okay,
I'm
which
standing
couple?
10 toes down for that.
No, that's insane. So, okay, of the couples, Cara and Dougie, Whitney and Dougie, or Asher and Dougie, who do you think is most likely?
I'm not saying they're gonna fuck, but I'm saying they have sexual tension. I think there's a difference. And I still think that of those three people, or those three potential hookups, groupings, I still think that Dougie and Asher have the best sexual tension. Because Whitney and Asher have no sexual tension, famously.
Yes.
Like,
No.
none at all. And Dougie and Cara, they're giving me like friend vibes. She's gonna die soon. We already went over this.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be shocked. I will take you to dinner if they fuck. I will definitely take you to dinner.
Would it be
pizza?
Wow.
It would for sure be pizza. It would be a lot of eye contact pizza.
Stuart, back me up here.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I can't. In good faith. Dougie seems to be delighted to be destroying Asher.
Yeah,
but
and
like,
it doesn't feel sexual in any way.
No,
but like the murderous wife thing, like he's got some passion. The fire burns on.
You think the aim is to make Asher feel so low that he then turns to Dougie?
Kelly's read way too many like enemies to lovers books.
Having, I guess, seen the rest of the series, I can't give away what happens.
If this is enemies to lovers, oh my, this is best show ever. I would lose it.
Kelly will be writing a fanfic right after this.
However it turns out, I'll be out there.
She was teaching me about fanfics last season, and Stuart, have you ever read a fanfic?
No,
Sorry, have you ever written a fanfic as well?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, who was it about?
I know that some of my friends have been the subject of fanfic.
Oh,
how did they feel?
Well, it was on their podcast that a guest read a tiny bit of it out for them, and one of them basically it's two straight male hosts who are friends.
Is it off menu?
Yes, it's off menu. Yeah. James Acaster, Ed Campbell, and Hugh Davis read out one, and basically in it James was crying and needed to be comforted. It was and Ed Campbell comforted him. And I
only pray he was crying over like cabbages. But so there's a thing in fan fiction, because we were reading some about Nathan Fielder, and there's a version, is it you insert yourself. So instead of writing like Dougie and Asher, what do they say? Like it'll be like you and Asher. And it's so that you picture yourself in the role.
It's like Y/N is like what you would put in this is like this all started with like One Direction fan fiction. It's like the boy band, and it'd be like YN, like you're at the One Direction concert and then like Harry spots you in the crowd, but you actually don't like One Direction and you're reading a book because you don't actually care about being at the concert, but your friends made you go, and then he like wants to fuck you or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
I know. It's getting hot in here.
Reading a book. I can't even imagine that.
There's nothing sexier than reading a book.
Yeah.
So Kelly read that.
Just buying books.
And then immediately
you just leave them. You just have them on your shelf.
Yeah.
It's very classic of you. So Kelly's like immediately started bringing books to all of her concerts so that the artist would think, oh, who's that girl? She's not that interested. Like, why? Like, I want to know more about her.
It's very mysterious.
Yeah, I hate it when I'm doing a stand-up gig and the entire audience has just got reading books. But laughing at the right points. So they're either all reading the same book and it's a funny book at the same time as my punchlines.
They're all
reading,
dying
War
to
and
get your
Peace.
attention. They read the One Direction fanfic and they thought, if I show up to Stuart's set reading a book, he's going to be so intrigued and want to know more about me.
How do you find out has anyone written fanfic about Nathan for us?
No.
I don't think so, but I would not even want to. Don't send it to us if you have.
I haven't written it. and they held each other, both drenched in piss.
That's real life, baby.
The fan fiction could never come close to real life.
I said, let me hold you a little closer. We met working as lifeguards at a water park. We've known each other for a lot of life. Lifeguard, no, too obviously sexy. Not a good one. Not a good OnlyFans. It's too obvious.
Too straightforward, too obvious.
Actually,
the fanfic. Do people on this podcast know that?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, it's come up a lot of times.
Yeah. If you've listened to all the episodes, we've yapped about it before. Yeah, we met in high school working there's an amusement park in Canada called Canada's Wonderland, and we both worked at the water park there. So lots and lots of pee everywhere. So it's been a staple of our origin story.
Way more than you would think. A lot of poo too.
Ugh.
I didn't really have to deal with any of that.
Shockingly, a lot of people drown at water parks. It's insane. People are always fucking drowning at the water park.
Wait.
Because she's like, well, no, that was one person. That was not my fault.
No one, by drown, she means we have to jump in and help them. Nobody drowned at Wonderland.
Yes, no one was dying.
No one died. It's just you're constantly writing people up because people lose their footing. So there was one woman one time who was standing with her feet on the ground in the water, bent over with her face in the water, flailing her arms. And I literally just had to take her and stand her up. And she was already standing. I'm just get your face out of the water.
Get your face
Get your face out that water. So
it's a lot of people waterboarding.
Yeah. You're just reorientating people. That's the whole job. Is just this is up, this is down.
That's nice.
On your way. No one's literally
to have
drowning.
Up and down reversed.
No, don't go to a water park then. Your up and down is gonna get reversed.
Fuck. I don't want that.
I'm going to a water park this weekend. I'm going to Great Wolf Lodge for the first time. It's apparently a giant indoor water park. I will be watching the lifeguards and seeing if they're actually doing anything.
Yeah, judge them. Judge their asses.
I'm going to I will show up with a whistle and a timer, spook them all.
Start drowning.
Definitely. That's very middle-aged man sort of energy where you go up and you're like, oh yeah, when I was younger, I used to be a blah blah.
Do you think people will respect me more if I give middle-aged man energy?
Yeah, I have it when I've
handed some promotions.
People will come up and be like, "Oh, what's that camera you're using?" And that you immediately I respect this person. I can't wait to have a conversation with them. And you should do that with so what's that whistle you got there?
Yeah. You better be holding it. Why are you holding it in your hand and not your mouth?
Are you ready to jump in? If someone should drown?
To whistle? Whistle point e-stop.
Oh my god. we can't get into the whistle point e-stop right now.
We're in the weeds. We gotta emerge. We gotta reorient ourselves, write ourselves up. The name is terrible. Making fun of your husband's a weird bit, but we're in it. Yeah. We're in it. And you know what? We don't want the middle-aged man to win today. We want the middle-aged lady to win today.
Yes,
oh, so you're you are yes, girl boss.
I think it is an insane thing to do to your partner and would feel awful doing it and would not want to do it. But they clearly don't like each other.
I think my problem with it is that, well, one, obviously, like we said, she doesn't tell Asher, which is specifically very brutal.
Yeah.
But like he's just so 10 toes down for her, and it's so pathetic.
It's not okay, we can't have this fight every episode where you like standing or being like a huge fan and like really supportive of your partner is seen as pathetic.
No, I mean it's pathetic that
That
like,
is your like you choose one some of us choose like one person in life to marry, and like you gotta like be all about them. You gotta be so like, this person is the greatest, I support them, we are a team. If not, like, what is the point?
I mean, it's more pathetic that he cares so much and she so clearly like doesn't, and is giving him no signal that she does care about him. Like she has shown no action to show that she is reciprocating how much he cares about her, which is why I think it's pathetic.
They are married. So like at some point he must have thought, oh, she likes me back.
I hope so.
Yeah, how do you think they met? Do we know that?
Humiliation kink convention? I don't know.
Whoa.
The casino? Do we know if she's into gambling?
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah.
Mm.
If you found out, I guess there is a film that's about this, I can't remember what it's called, but if you found out your husband had been speaking disparagingly about this podcast, but like not in like a it's fucking awful, I hate it. It's just in like it's just a bit lame. What, you know, how would that make you feel?
I would rather he be like, I hate it, than to
Right?
be like, it's lame. Like that would make me more mad.
Extremities are like so much more. You're like, okay, at least you give a shit about it.
Mm.
I think that's partially why her like reaction is so like, yeah, like she's just nitpicking the fact that like, oh, he wouldn't put his phone down. So like she rolls his eyes. It's like, why didn't you just say, can we do another take? We're not holding your phone.
Yeah,
like it's
exactly.
such an easy fix.
Pin right there, yeah.
Okay, should we talk about Dougie's thoughts on Kara? He says that she's a little ugly for him and that she's gonna die soon because she's a smoker. Are these good enough deal breakers for a relationship?
Yes, definitely. If you okay, and not to necessarily say that phrased in that way is great. That's not a great way to phrase it. But I feel like on every dating app, you put if you're a smoker or a non-smoker, and so many people filter for that. And it's a deal breaker for, I think, the vast majority of people. And again, I think blatantly calling, like it's just rude. Like that's your friend, that's someone you're talking to. Like you don't need to really comment on their appearance. But a lot of people, like, you want to be attracted to your partner. You just don't need to be awful about the way that you say that. But I think that those are valid reasons to not date someone. And he's obviously got a lot going on to say that she's going to die, you know?
Yeah, he's a man of extremes, or like of drama, right? He's just like his brain is wrapped around creating drama. Like his reaction to the chicken thing wasn't just like, oh, that's weird. It was, I wish that was me.
Yeah. He just
Classic
is in it for the story.
up.
He's in it for the story. Yeah. I will say my manager at work actually will not date anyone who's a Leo man. She filters for that on Hinge, which is very funny. Man. Like
what month?
A man whose star sign is Leo.
Oh, okay.
What months is that?
July and August. I'm actually a Leo, but so I get it. I'm like, I wouldn't want to date me either, girl. Don't worry about that.
No.
That's a crazy reason to not date someone. That's like the most out of pocket reason to not date someone.
Well, yeah, because they were born sweating. Because that's not why you should.
Do we think that Dougie...
sweating?
Do we think Canada is serious about his thoughts on Kara though, or is he just like making an excuse?
No, I think he kind of likes her, but I could be wrong.
I hope we see her more. Stuart, I know you've seen the rest of the show, so
I'm keeping stum.
We like Kara. I hope she doesn't.
I do like that little duo. And they keep mentioning that Kara is not signing the paperwork to have her art in the show, which I think that they're going to make it out to be a really big deal where she ultimately doesn't sign it. And they have this big issue where there's art all throughout the show and the houses that is hers. But And maybe it's because today that would be so easy in editing to remove. Like, it seems like such a non-issue that they're trying to build up to be this big friction and plot point. But today, and I think a few years ago too, it was perfectly easy to, if there's a picture on the wall you can't use, subbing in another image.
Or just blur it.
Yeah, I don't really know what this big tension is going to be, because they're building it up like it's going to be a really big deal.
Something else that's been built up a lot, the casino storyline.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. And we finally see our friend Bill from the earlier episode in the hardware store, and Asher tries to talk to him and he completely blows him off until he finally just kind of says hi, but it's a very weird interaction.
Yeah, so the last time we were aware that they had seen each other, Asher had very dramatically and obviously dumped Gatorade all over this man so he could steal files from his computer, which would be a good enough reason to maybe not want to talk to someone again. But we learn through Asher telling Whitney about this interaction that they had been texting about going bowling just a few days ago. So something has happened since they were discussing bowling, because you only talk about going bowling with your closest friends. You don't say that to strangers. And so something has happened in the last 3 days that I think will be revealed, that the reporter came and talked to them. Something has happened in the last few days.
Yeah, Stuart, are you a Bill fan?
Oh, I love Bill. Yeah, Bill's
Big
great.
Bill guy.
Bill, obviously being part of, I love heist movies. Logan Lucky, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 8. I enjoyed Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8 underrated.
Just like, right, let the ladies have a go. They're going to steal some diamond necklaces.
Let them look cool as hell and steal some shit. Like, please.
Yeah.
Did you see the most recent heist that the Louvre got robbed?
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah. I didn't know you could do that. I thought that heists were like out of date. Like, oh, security's too strong now. Heists are like this beautiful thing of the past that we don't have the like the ability to do anymore. But out here proving me wrong.
Something so exciting, it sort of just saying like, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Heists are thrilling. Thomas Crown
Don't let
Affair,
your dreams
sexy.
be dreams. Yeah.
Great. But that heist is in one of the top 5 heists of all time, I think. The Gatorade heist.
Oh, the Gatorade.
The social engineering textbook.
Yeah, perfect. Every element of it. So yeah, big fan of Bill and that scene in particular. I mean, it's the same with everything that Nathan has done, but there's just that element of just deep, like, longing and desire for some sort of human connection. And even just him trying to chase Bill down in a store is just so bleak and pathetic.
Thank you. Pathetic.
It's
That
really
is everyone's nightmare interaction, is like spotting someone you think it's fine to say hi, and then them making it so awkward and apparent that they don't want to talk to you. There's very little that's worse about existing in a public space than that.
Yeah, for me, it'd be being murdered, but I guess, I don't know.
Okay, well, if you're murdered, you don't have to feel awkward about it.
Good point. I'm back in.
You're the center
baby.
of attention.
That's it. And I'm like, when they're drawing the chalk line around me, I'm like, pinch it in a bit at the waist.
Snatch me. Get snatched, then snatched. That's our new show.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to find something.
We kidnap people. We kidnap people and then make them get like the fiercest makeover and then release them back into society unrecognizable. Get snatched.
I mean, genuinely, it's quite close to an idea I have, which if I put it out on this and someone does it, I'll be livid. It's It's called What Am I Doing in Your Room?
Okay. We're listening.
I just need to go to my notes app to doing room.
Don't you dare take this idea. Nobody go into anyone's rooms. It's none of your business.
Better not do it. I can't
You
find
better
it,
not.
annoyingly.
Isn't
but
there a
it's-
show where they just show up and they ask questions while the person's in bed?
Yes, there is something that's like that.
Yeah.
A UK TV
Yeah.
thing. But this is like not as, that's obviously very much like set up and planned.
Yeah.
This is like, I burst in. They know it's going to happen, but like they
Yeah.
go to
Like
sleep.
the unexpected star of the show.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So in your one, you're just sneaking into your friend's room and filming it.
And I'm asking them questions and really pushing it like hard, like a podcast, like a really jokey, like we're all up for a friendly banter thing. And just, that's as far as I've got.
Okay. So have you been practicing breaking into rooms?
Well, this is the problem, is that that is illegal now in the UK.
Oh, but like if it's your friend,
Just
like
only now.
They'd have to sign up for it. They have to cut me a key. I have to get a film crew together.
Yeah.
At 4 a.m.
You can get like the Google glasses to record because
That's
they might be worried at first, but then when you're like, hey, it's your good bud Stuart, they'll be like, I'm not going to charge you for trespassing, probably.
Probably. They'll be like, climb in, let's chat. What are we doing?
Oh, okay. Your OnlyFans is back.
Yeah, I was like, we're getting into fan fiction territory.
Yeah,
I write my own fan fiction.
Yes.
Actually a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you're so desperate that you keep writing your own fan fiction.
Is that not Y/N? It's like the epitome of it.
Well, Y/N is more like you're self-inserting, but I don't think you could be like, I guess you could be the celebrity if you wanted to be and make it so that it's like a random and you're the celebrity, maybe.
Do you think
David Attenborough? And you're like, why has no one written anything about me?
I gotta.
I bet you there's something.
Crave me.
Yeah. And as I slowly undo my shirt.
Wow, continue. I see why you're popular on OnlyFans now.
Yeah, it's just me doing David Attenborough live cams.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, should we talk a little bit about the fire department?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of sexy jobs,
yes.
We find ourselves at the Espanola Fire Department. We kind of get a lot of info at the same time. We find out the thing about Bill and how him and Asher had been talking just a couple days ago. Carr won't sign the release form, as we discussed. The jeans store charges a bunch of money to
so funny
Whit's credit card, but like
so funny.
Don't learn more about that yet. And throughout all of this, we see that Asher has gone to the bathroom and basically finds some chicken sitting next to the sink when he pees and freaks out about it and basically like is unable to work because he becomes so obsessed with the chicken and finding it and how it must have to do with the curse.
You really skipped over the him peeing part. I guess we already dove into it. But of the alarming things in that room, the chicken was not the most alarming.
I feel like you think the small penis is still more alarming than the chicken. I mean, I think him not washing his hands once again is still pretty rough. Yeah. I can't believe he picked up the chicken and like smelled it also. I'm like, why are you touching that?
So when I first saw the chicken, I thought it was just like weird pieces of soap. Like I thought that it was a bunch of bars that they had like used really thin. And then I thought, oh, maybe like the police guys are like really protein loading, like while he's going to the bathroom, he's like shoving the chicken in. But it's because I saw an alarming video. I think there's someone on Love is Blind who like his protein shake is he'll cook chicken, freeze it, put it in a blender, so like a fully cooked frozen chicken breast, put it in a blender, put Crystal Light in it and blend it and drink it.
Stuart, you have a bit of a reaction to that. How does that make you feel?
I hate it.
Like, the man hasn't discovered protein powder, and I don't understand.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's there for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
It's there to support you.
Oh.
But
Also,
I've seen that
economically.
video. I've seen that video quite a bit recently, so I feel like I was just like, oh, the boys just wanted extra protein. They're just out here nibbling chicken everywhere they can.
I just can't. I'm not okay with it.
I'm going to send you the video.
In the curse.
Yeah, there's a few pop culture things I want us to explain to you at the end, but that is certainly one of them that's going around.
So beyond the chicken and Asher becoming obsessed with it, we also have Dougie kind of prompting one of the better looking firemen to really like flirt with Whit, and Whit kind of giving a little bit of banter back, while them also simultaneously purposely shooting Asher's face while this is happening. Again, just like really rough stuff going on this show once again.
Yeah, Whitney went way over the top, and also the firefighter at first says no, and he says no because he's married, and Dougie points out that he's not wearing a ring, to which he says, I don't wear it at work because, you can get your finger skinned or rip your finger off if you got a ring on and you're doing a very technical job. And it is making me so worried for Dougie's fingers. That man has so many rings on his hand, and I feel like the show keeps doing this, where it's just setting up these like little comments or saying things that could lead to something devastating, and it just like really putting me on edge, but then it's just perfectly fine. Like they keep setting it up, and we'll get into the chiropractor bit. That's like your literal nightmare. But Asher is so worried about this chicken that he could care less that Whitney is aggressively flirting with the firefighter. And the firefighter at first doesn't want to flirt back because he has a wife who would watch this, but then like starts playing into it and invites her to go check out a hose out back.
Again, I do feel this is very on brand for like an HGTV type of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess there's lots in a home or garden that generally you can do nice innuendo with, and then obviously at a fire station, all bets are off. Everything is sexual.
Everything, literally everything, including the baby box.
Okay, can we talk about the baby box?
Yeah, no. What do you want to say?
Okay. So there's a baby box where I guess if someone is like abandoning a child, the fire department has created this box that is like insulated. There's a camera in it. It's like noise canceling. It's soft. It's going to protect this baby. So you're not just like ditching children out in the cold or leaving them in weird places if you're abandoning them. Now, this made me think of the sex box from Nathan For You. I'm pretty sure that's where he got the idea, no? Or is this a real thing?
These exist. Yeah, these exist.
Oh, okay.
I think it's more of a thing in the States. I don't know if we have them here as much.
I've never heard of this.
This is definitely a real thing in some places.
Not to be sad, but like, are babies getting abandoned a lot? Like, is that like a real thing?
It definitely happens.
Like once a blue moon.
I don't know the stats, but like,
because you can put a child up for adoption, so you would just do that.
I think this is more like you take the baby home and then you're like, it's more of like a safety thing, not to get too morbid.
Yeah.
But if you're like, oh, I like can't handle this, because you've heard of people like shaking the baby and stuff like that. I think it's more of a like the baby won't stop crying, and instead of you can like go put it in the box and not kill the baby type of thing.
So much more wholesome than the sex box is what we're saying.
Okay,
not related.
But the sex box had a lot of fun stuff in it, so like maybe they could incorporate some of the The sex box was for an older child.
A good theme if you're abandoning an older child. They have some more room. You can play some fun animal noises, tell them about their new life they're going to embark on, set them up, send them to the fire department, I guess.
It could even be like fireman themed. It's like you give them a costume.
Yes, you are the fire department now, and you're going to protect the city.
You're joining the fire department indefinitely.
Yes, you are now working. There's a fire we need to send you into.
I listen to a lot of fire truck themed songs because I have a toddler, and like ambulance themed songs, and like everyone's always like really excited in those, and I'm like, I feel like this is not like what it's like when you're going in the ambulance. Like they're all like, ooh, we're getting another call, like let's get in the ambulance. I'm like, I feel like that's not the vibe when you're jumping in the ambulance. But
no one's calling the ambulance for good news.
Yeah. Oh, what's going to be at the other end?
Yeah.
Should someone, now I understand resources will be wasted, but do the paramedics and firefighters and police need like a surprise, like you think you're another bad call I'm going into, but then you surprise them with something nice and you're like, you know what, no one got snatched, this was just a makeover show, no worries. Here's like, enjoy some cake and tell us what you think of this makeover. Like, we're just here for your fashion opinion.
So
is there something
you call it in and you're like, oh no, I've fallen and a lot of my insides have come out, but it was that you were calling from the point of view of a piñata.
Yes. And the firefighters need to hit this piñata, find out what's inside, get some little treats. They deserve a nice call once. No,
the piñata is a human caterpillar.
Oh, I don't want to see the inside of that.
It's just no human centipede. It's
are
human
they
centipede,
joining
and it's
in?
Just candy going
through
the
you.
digestive system. It's just that's the only thing going through the centipede.
Are you playing rock paper scissors for who's in first position?
No, because it's candy, so it's every position's a dream, especially if you like eating ass. And I don't know if you have a no context. Do you ever do a no context? But
we should.
Every position's a dream if you like eating ass.
We'll quote that one and put it on Instagram for sure.
Yeah, I'll just put that quote under a photo of you, and that'll be the episode image. Just don't give your manager our number.
I made an edit
don't call
of the Kendall Jenner Pepsi commercial, but I edited our logo over the Pepsi, but it only really makes sense.
Do you know what this is? He probably
yes,
remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that made it all to the UK.
It did.
Yeah, it was everywhere. But I like edited our logo over the Pepsi. It makes sense if you listen to the episode last week. But I was like, I feel weird posting this because I feel like it's like there's a lot of National Guard stuff going on in the US right now. And I was like, I don't know if I can post this. People might get kind of mad. So it's just sitting on my phone waiting.
Waiting for what?
Yeah, there should be a WhatsApp group for everyone who's ever been on this podcast.
Oh, no. You all shouldn't meet. We've cut some very crazy Nathan Fielder stories, actually, where it's been my perception that they've remained in the podcast for years. And then only recently was Kelly like, what are you talking about? Of course I cut that out. Are you insane? I was like, oh, I just thought that was out there.
I feel like we could say it now because it's been like quite a while, but I don't know.
We've just had guests who have had interactions and have met.
Wow.
We had a secondhand story of someone who met Nathan Fielder's cherry tomato. And I cut a story about it out of the podcast because I felt like we couldn't keep it in. I felt like it was maybe not something we should have included.
I think that's a good call. That's like, and I remember years ago reading an article about podcasts and podcast producing that it was like a Wild West where like radio and TV has to go through such stringent like guidelines, and basically podcasts are reaching as big an audience, but there's no one there. So
There's
like,
no one to monitor us.
yeah,
It's only
so it
Kelly.
will lead to a massive like backlash and a massive like legal thing, and it just made me very conscious early on when I was producing and making podcasts, being like, we have to make sure we're not saying anything libelous, especially because the UK libel laws are more stringent than North American ones.
Yeah, Kelly is the podcast conscience. She decides like this is not appropriate.
Yeah, so you'll have to beep it when I say that David Attenborough is a paedophile.
No, I'm leaving that in.
No. Satire.
That's the beginning of your story.
He did a documentary on the island. We know which island.
Oh no. He's the voice on the plane. He did the voice of the safety demo. Okay, we also see another weird interaction with Whit and Dougie, and Meg, I do feel like we talked about this before. Whit and Dougie maybe having a weird chemistry. I feel like Whit seemed like she was getting jealous when she was asking Dougie what him and Kara talk about. What do you guys think?
Okay, but I think she's jealous of Dougie, not of Kara. I think she just wants to be texting Kara funny things. I don't think she wants to hook up with Dougie.
I think she just wants everyone to be all about Whit. I think that like she doesn't like that like her two worlds are meeting and like getting along.
She wants all the attention.
Yeah. I bet she's a Leo.
Stuart, if you introduced two friends and you like really wanted them to like text you and be close with you, and they ended up being way better friends and texting and kind of went off without you, would you be a little sad?
Yeah, man. I'd be so bummed out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'd hate that.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Don't let that happen to me. I would hide it though. I'd be like, oh no, that's cool. But a little part of me would be like,
yeah.
I thought that I was going to be the one that they both were like checking in with me and being like, oh yeah, should we all do something? And then if they start, I tell you, one time me and a friend, so there's a group of us went skiing. There was like somebody's friend's parents owned a chalet.
Wow.
In the
fancy
Alps.
Friends.
Yeah,
Whoa.
real fancy.
Okay, real fancy friends.
So we
are humbled you are here.
And I was like, oh, this is exciting because I love skiing. Came to it in my 20s, was like, this is so cool, but it's very expensive. Got to go to this thing where there was like maybe like 14 of us in this like chalet. And two of the people in there obviously liked each other, but like quite like, reserved and not sure whether or not they should make moves or anything like that. So me and my another friend, we basically formed what we called the clique, which was the four of us where we were like best buds and we were going to hang out and we were going to do stuff. But the aim of that was to get it to a point where the two that liked each other would like start hanging out by themselves. And so we went and did like quiz nights at like the pub. We hung out multiple times after the skiing holiday, and then about a month in we found out that they were going out by themselves together, and we were like, me and my friend, we were like, yes, we did it. That was one where we felt good about being like shunted off to the side. They got married, they've had kids. And me and my friend, we got to do a little speech at their wedding.
That's so nice.
You got to talk about the clique and the plan.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible. That's really good.
Then
Kelly and I
show called The Clique, and it's a bleak 10 episodes shot in anamorphic widescreen.
Do you know the Animorphs just by chance?
Yeah, and The Clique is just me turning into different animals.
Perfect. But just the in-between stages where they look really messed up. You never make it all the way.
The Animorphs universe where they don't fully become an animal. The saddest. Yeah, Kelly and I, there was like this window of time where we were dating best friends. And we were like...
Dating is like a very loose word for what was going on with me and that person, but fair.
I was dating someone.
Yes.
And Kelly and my guy's like best friend were hanging out a lot.
We're just hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just hanging out a lot. And I remember specifically one night I was like, they want me to bring attention to this. Like, they want me to be the one who says that there's a vibe so that they can both be like, oh, Megan's crazy, but like, we should talk about it. So I remember I walked you guys down the stairs and was like, you guys should talk. Like, you guys, I forget what I said, but I was just like, do you remember this? I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are so into each other. And then I just left so you guys could talk about it. And then you kind of started seeing each other and we got to date best friends for a little while. And then neither of them worked out, but it was a glorious little while.
I blocked out a lot of that time from my memory, other than when we were hanging out.
Have you ever dated the same person?
No.
Not at the same time, but at different times.
No. Our tastes are very different.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So
one of you likes an animorph mid-morph.
Yeah, baby. Hell yeah,
one of you
brother.
likes humans.
Yeah. Kelly likes, like, and again, her husband's a very lovely person, very handsome, like very smart.
Sounds like you don't fancy.
I feel like I have to say that now. I feel pressure.
Why don't you fancy Kelly's husband?
Why didn't you try and fuck my husband when you guys were roommates?
I have just like never been into the same guys as any of my friends. Like, I've never had that issue where me and a friend are going for the same guy. And I don't know what that says about me, but I feel like it's never really been an issue in my life.
Well, I famously have really bad taste aside from my husband, so
some of them,
yes. Some of them are pretty bad.
Like, our male friends are like literally crazy. Like, I don't know how our friends who are dating them deal with that as like their whole life, because I'm like, wow, these people are so fun as friends. Right. They're so crazy though. Like, I don't think I could date them. Like, that would be crazy. Like, their life is insane.
You're saying date, like they're married.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. But okay, so how about you? Have you ever dated the same person as a friend?
Yes. Like, but like
Whoa.
not.
That's a little snakish of you. Were you the first person to date them or the second? And how long was the time in between and what happened?
Lots of time in between. I would say it's not like someone was dating someone for a long time. It was like...
You're like fighting the air. You're like, I'm not taking this criticism. This is okay.
They'd like maybe hooked up a couple of times and that was it.
Okay.
I guess
okay.
That then is a different ball game.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that an acceptable answer?
It's not us. It's not for us to judge. It's your friend who hooked up with one of your previous girlfriends to judge.
No, hang on. No. They hooked up and then I went out with the person later.
Yes.
And then, but I have
everyone
also been
was
in a situation,
fine with it.
Yeah, I did speak to the person. Was just like, I was like, me
cool?
and this person have been hanging out. Is that cool? Sort of thing. And then someone I dated for on and off like 4 or 5 months. She then dated like a friend of mine, and they dated for like maybe 2-3 years. And that was like slightly odd at the start. I was fine with it. They were both very nice. But I remember one time I was living with one of them at the Edinburgh with her at the Edinburgh Fringe, and she kept leaving the door open to her bedroom whilst they were having sex.
Oh no!
In like
a story,
I can hear that, and I just had to be
crazy.
Like, "Is it okay to not? You can just close the door because it feels odd because I got to walk past your bedroom to get to the bathroom."
Yes, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. That That's a lot.
That's also actually where I almost ended up simulating a threesome.
Simulating one.
So then I was out with my friend she was in like a musical at the Edinburgh Fringe. This was a long time ago, like almost 15 years ago. And we were friends and we were hanging out and with some of her friends from the musical. And I was telling them about this situation. Mm-hmm. And they were like, well, why don't we both, her and her friend.
I know what the plan is.
Yeah.
You go back, you leave the door open.
And I basically, I don't know. Look, I'm not very good at reading those sort of situations. So I don't know what actually was happening. Was that they were going, why don't we all go and have a threesome? Mm-hmm. Because it just was like, okay, that's funny, but but obviously not.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy. Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? This is insane.
But every now and then I do remember that when I tell that story. And actually, what happened, I started telling you that story and then it unarchived the threesome story. And then my brain goes, did I basically turn down a threesome in my mid-20s?
Yes.
Because I didn't quite read the situation.
Was it with a mother-daughter combo?
Anthony
Napoli. I don't know. They seem like they were of the same generation.
Mm.
Yeah. But you can never tell.
You can never be sure. Yeah.
Because it might be adoption. It might be fostering.
Might be a baby in a box situation.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back.
We're back, baby.
Why have I got so many stories about? I have one other of avoiding. That one's a foursome. I need to avoid a fivesome, and then I keep going up.
Yes,
you got to just keep reaching for the stars more and more.
Because I've turned down a onesome, obviously.
The easiest of all.
Yeah, when I've got in, I've been like, nah, I'm too tired. I can't be bothered. I'll just go to sleep.
That's the asexual menace coming back. A friend of mine was telling me about a polycule that they are aware of. Yeah, so it's basically a polyamorous commune.
Yes.
that they hang out with a bunch of people who live in this commune, and they call themselves the polycule. So
they've got to think of a cooler name than that.
What do you mean?
Like the polycaterpillar or something like that.
Polycaterpillar.
Yeah.
They should probably be running a Guinness World Record in a costume at this point, to be honest.
That's the perfect group to do it.
Yeah.
They'll be in step, in stride. They know how fast and slow to go. Yeah, I feel like this whole firehouse scene, it's very chaotic because we have kind of the wit and the firemen. We have Dougie trying to direct everything, and then Asher on his side quest to figure out where this chicken came from. We never quite get the answer other than that seemingly it like appeared in the bathroom at some point. He seems to think it was the assistant director or assistant producer, but we never really figure out exactly what happened.
Yeah, and then the power goes out, and they say that after their team or their crew had Freckles, I'm pretty sure is their contractor, is after they installed the solar panels and the solar system, like all the power just goes out. So they're doing a bad job.
So they're bad at every part of
they're just bad.
Their jobs, unfortunately.
Yeah. They're bad at being together and dating or being married. They are bad at actually selling the houses to people who would fit into the community. They're bad at telling jokes. You know, oh, Stuart, can we talk about the corporate comedy class that Asher gets sent to?
Yes.
Get sent to. It's like a punishment. It's like prison.
Yeah. Is there like a corporate, like, is that a real thing? Because I was like, there's no way. Like,
yeah, I have friends that do that.
Really?
Because it is a tough industry now, especially to make money in, because there's so many people who do it. And there are, like, I was speaking to a comedian who was on TV in the 90s, was like a massive like influence on me. And I was very lucky to like meet him and gig with him. And he was just chatting about doing shows in the 90s about what you could do in London. And he was like, you could cram 5 in a night. And he was going through how much each one would pay. And I was like, those gigs, they don't exist anymore, but like the equivalent gigs pay the same now. And that was 30 years ago.
Oh my God.
So there is a lot of like comedians who are like diversify their portfolio, so to speak, by doing things like corporate coaching, or like I know people who do like Zoom sessions where it's like coaching people on how to do like public speaking and things like that. That becomes like a key, like if anything, that's what's paying the bills mainly. You've learned the skills from stand-up over a decade or so of doing stand-up, and now you're making it pay off from your, you know, desk without having to drive to Gillingham to do 30 minutes to people who hate you for 300 quid. You know, so that definitely is a thing that I know a lot of people, and people will like pivot into like, I have not done a lot of corporate stuff, to be honest. I've like hosted a couple of like corporate events, and I have on Zoom hosted a Christmas party for a company.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Where they were like all sent like cocktail makers and like ingredients and that. And then I was like, they had someone who came on to teach them that, but I was there like introducing people. I think we managed to end it by singing a song. And I had to make it a set 3 hours, I think it was. That was my contract. And I had to come on, welcome people, introduce, like they were doing like awards for the year and things like that. So I'd like highlight the next person, and then I'd come back and I'd do a little bit of chat with everyone in the room, and then be like, right, now we're going to do the cocktails.
How much is this? Can Kelly and I just hire you and make you give us awards and teach us how to make cocktails?
I don't know how much that was, actually. I could probably find it.
So funny.
It
Start
certainly
saving.
It certainly wasn't. It was both enough and not enough at the same time. Where I was like, I just have to sit on Zoom for 3 hours. Fine.
This will be the Nathan for Us Christmas special. We'll just give each other awards and get drunk.
What was the? There was one that I had to do where. Oh yeah, that one. I did a video about it. And it's not really fully, it was half corporate, half like performance sort of thing, where I was hired to MC a Christmas market. Obviously, Christmas is a time where a lot of comedians will then find those like things, because there's like award ceremonies that companies do. Like I know friends who have hosted like the Plumber of the Year awards and things like that.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to like go in, you rewrite. So when I did one for a cider company, I had to go in and rewrite their script. So they wrote up a script, then you rewrite it, punch it up. And I was hosting a quiz night and a band at this launch of a cider company in a packed pub of people who did not want to do a quiz. They wanted to drink free cider. But
they normally go hand in hand.
Yeah, I thought so. And eventually I managed to sort of get hold of them. But like the one where I had to do this Christmas market was, I thought I was just hosting this like grim fairy tale, like inspired Christmas market where like people could have stalls, and then there was like ballet dancers and drag queens and like I'm trying to think of other things. They had like a karaoke thing, but it was a choir that did it, that you could come along and sing along with.
That sounds so fun.
All these fun things. I was hosting it and I was like, oh, this will be fun. It wasn't
awful. Bad time.
Because when I got there, it was like it was just before Christmas. It was in Leeds, which is like quite northern town. So the weather was pretty tough going, and there were very little daylight those days. And, you know, it's just before Christmas where you're supposed to be having a nice time. I arrived there, was like, I need that money, so I'm going to do it. They said, oh, let me take you and you can get your costume. And I was like, well, that's a bad sentence.
Oh, no.
Going to get you your costume. I thought I was just going to be on stage being like, and up next, we got the incredible drag queen, blah, blah, blah. Please welcome them to the stage. And I had to be dressed as a wolf.
No. I thought you were going to say like an elf.
Nope, dressed as a wolf.
The,
with like this
the
big...
Christmas wolf.
It's very Animorphs once again.
Yeah, I was, because like lower half, I was just wearing jeans.
So it's like Teen Wolf almost.
Yeah, you're like Taylor Lautner.
And then this big wolf head where my face was underneath the jaw, where I'd hold the microphone to it. And like
Was
a
it
tail.
was it a furry market?
Well, this is what happened, is that I was
Not a no.
grab-assed multiple times.
Whoa.
Oh.
And like a hen do, a bachelorette party, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, bachelor party or bachelorette.
Yeah, it was women. We call them hen do's.
Okay, yeah.
Stag do's and hen do's. The hen do came over and were all posing for photos, and like
with the wolf.
with the wolf grabbing my ass to a level where I was like trying to like be like, okay, all right, yeah, all right. And then at least one definitely leaned under the jaw to try and kiss me.
Whoa. You were like, girls, this is like, you should be taking corporate comedy. This isn't appropriate. I'm at my workplace.
Well, it took me a week of being dressed up as a wolf in a northern industrial town to realize sort of what it feels like to be a woman on a normal night out.
Did you learn the power of the wolf mask? Where
Yeah.
you're like, the women yearn for my wolf.
I would currently be like an alt-right incel if it wasn't for that experience. And this is my story of how I became a feminist.
That should be a documentary.
Yeah, we should put all of these disaffected male youths in a wolf costume.
Just make them hang out at the bachelorette party for like 5 minutes and they'll be like, oh no.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, so we see all of this stuff go down at the firehouse. We can't figure out where the chicken comes from. But we do get to see Asher have another interaction with Nala back at the house. Oh, I guess we can talk first about Abshir at the chiropractor. Sorry, I really want to skip it because this is the creepiest part of the whole series for me, and I hated every moment of it.
Okay.
But I know Meg wants to talk about it.
Part 1. Stuart, chiropractors. Do you use them? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you have an opinion? They're not for you?
I have an opinion. I don't like them. I think that they are pseudoscience.
Join the club with me.
Yeah, Kelly hates them.
Osteopath rule.
I'm like, crack me up, baby. Twist my neck. The more pops I hear, the better my soul feels. Snap me in half. It makes me feel something.
So did you like watching this part then?
Well, okay, no, because he was clearly so uncomfortable and asked the guy multiple times to stop, which is it's an insane thing for someone. Well, in any situation in life, if someone is begging you, if you're dressed as a wolf, if you are begging someone to stop, you stop. You don't keep grabbing their neck. That's a super weird thing to do. That's a very odd vibe. Like, bro, stop touching the man. Leave him be.
Hated this. The actor playing Abshir
Incredible.
killed it. Incredible in this scene, though. I was very upset.
Yeah.
I literally did not want to watch it. I was like, I can't. I needed it to end like a minute earlier than it does, and it's not even a long scene.
Okay, this was your least favorite of the whole, or favorite?
Least favorite. It was awful.
Yeah, but I kind of like the uncomfy parts a little bit. Like the Gatorade is my
freak.
The Gatorade I think was my favorite and least favorite scene. Like, it's together.
I think my issue with this scene is just that like the Gatorade is uncomfortable, but at least like it's a means to an end, whereas this scene I feel like it just ends so abruptly and we get no conclusion to what happened to Abshir, and now I'm just upset and I hope that he's okay next episode.
I'm sure he's okay. Like, again, I feel like this show keeps trying to make us think that something really bad is going to happen, and then nothing bad happens. Like, I feel like they keep setting us up. I think he was just like a little spooked by it. And then like the guy, if Abshir literally died, he's not going to keep cracking his neck. So I think he was just like laying still, breathing. But I bet that the conclusion of that is he stands up and walks away. Like, I think that the conclusion is nothing, just like the conclusion of every bad thing that has happened or you think is going to happen is absolutely nothing. It's just there to spook you, but nothing happens.
I cannot believe you're going to bat for chiropractors like this.
Meg loves chiropractors.
Post your bank statements.
I haven't been to a chiropractor in a while, but if my back was hurting, like that is where I would go. Now, I had shingles, which is a different thing, but
I've had shingles.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, we did discuss this, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah. Feels bad, man. But I went to a chiropractor because I thought I was having back problems.
But you had shingles.
Okay, let me explain a little bit more. So I thought, like, because there's three things that kind of happen when you have shingles. You have this rash that's like connected to your nerves that hurts like really bad. Then your muscles just kind of give out. And then also like you just have like fever-like symptoms. For me, my muscles were just completely falling apart. Like I'd be sitting watching a movie and would kind of lean over. And then I just couldn't move my head back up. Like I'd be stuck. And my lower back was like going crazy. Like I thought it was back problems. And I had like a little rash on my lower back. But frankly, I thought that I just like had brushed against some poison ivy in the backyard. So I just didn't even think that it was a big deal. Like it really hurt for a few days. But my issue was my back was falling apart. Like I couldn't get up. And so eventually I went to see a physio and I went to see a chiropractor who both of them like weren't able to help me. And then finally I went to a doctor and they're like, oh, we should check out this rash. And I was like, please, no, please focus on my back. Like, I think it's just poison ivy. Like the rash will go away, but like I can't function. My back hurts so much. And they were like, no, we have to test this rash. And they're like, oh, you have shingles, but there's absolutely nothing we can do about it because it's been a month. And if you're going to take medication, it's in the first 3 days. And then it was just like existing in pain. We can cut all that.
No, put it in twice.
The people might need to know. What if someone has a rash and then it's shingles and then they don't go to the doctor? But what if your story saves them?
Actually, a part I didn't include is that I went to a walk-in doctor and because my doctor is like Monday to Friday. So I was like crying. My back hurts so much. And I go in to see this walk-in doctor and it's just this man. And I'm like, please, like my back hurts so much. Is there anything you can do for me? And he's like, oh, come back in a few weeks if it still hurts. And I was like, no, it's been a month. Like, please, please, I can't function. Like, I can't even think. Like, it took so much effort to get down the hall to speak to you. And he was like, no, like, there's nothing I can do. Just like wait it out. So then the next day, it was Monday, and I booked an appointment with my actual doctor. And she was like, oh, I see on your chart that you saw the walk-in doctor yesterday. Like, why are you here? And I was like, well, this man told me to wait it out and did absolutely nothing and sent me away. Can you do something more? I was like, please don't tell me to wait. So,
Were you worried that you were like turning into an animal?
Yes. I was like hunched over. What's like something where you're just like in a ball, an antelope? Don't they just like curl up?
An armadillo?
An armadillo.
Yeah, you're going full armadillo.
Yeah, I just
the chiropractor yanked you out of it.
Yes. Well, he didn't do anything really. Nothing was
he
working.
like, I can't touch you because of your rash?
No one said anything about the rash other than the doctor. Like I barely knew it was there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You need to be rash shamed.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah,
needs
I
to be like,
think-
girl, what's going on with this?
That's disgusting. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I
Go home.
I think it didn't look that bad or something, and then it
It
hurt
looked so cute. It was so cute.
It was just shingles,
I
but it was like
saw-
really fabulous looking
I
shingles.
saw multiple medical professionals, and it took like the fourth person I went to. I saw a physiotherapist. I saw a chiropractor. I saw
Are you avoiding
a-
medical doctors?
I saw a walk-in doctor. I didn't think you went to a medical doctor
It's a
if your
walking
back
doctor
was
where
in
you have to keep
pain.
up with them.
They're also a medical
Look at this.
doctor.
Look at this. Walking alongside them. Stop for a second. I can't.
No
I'm a
one
walking
said
doctor.
anything about my rash other than the final doctor I went to, who's my actual doctor, who kept being like, girl, we got to treat this. And I was like, I don't care about that. Please help my back. And she's like, no, we need to talk about this. And I was like, I can't see back there. It's none of my business.
I can't see back there. It's none of my business. It's the human centipede all over again.
That is how I feel though. Like when I went to the dentist, I had a root canal recently and they were like, "Oh, do you want to see like what it looks like?" And like the before and after, I was like, "Oh, that's not my business what it looks like in my mouth. Like I don't want to see that."
If I can't
that's
see
for
it,
you to worry about. I'm paying you a lot of money to fix it and I don't want to know what it looks like. Thank
it's
you.
not for me.
I would have paid money to have like a ride video of my vasectomy.
Oh yeah, but you loved your vasectomy.
Yeah, I loved it. I want to see them horrible little tubes pulled out. Oh, absolutely. I freak
Don't they
myself out even just saying
tie
it.
it. Don't they like tie it in a fun little knot?
They cut it, they crush it, and then they burn it.
Oh, God.
Oh, I thought they like just tied something in a knot.
No, they call
just
it
snip, snip.
For women, they call it tubes tied, but I don't even think they actually tie them.
But I thought
No.
you could undo a vasectomy. That sounds very
Permanent.
final. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say
you-
cutting, burning? What was the other
Yes,
one?
they take the tube and
Yeah.
they snip, and then crush those where it's been snipped. like,
There's
cut,
crushing and burning.
and then they burn.
They
They shoot them,
cauterize,
sort of
probably.
cauterize.
So,
Sorry, yeah.
so what do they do to put things back? What's that?
I imagine
How do you
that they cut out
unburn
that
and
ligament
uncrush?
and they just reconnect the tubes.
So it's
That's what I
stretchy.
imagine. Yeah, I think. Look, I don't want to speak for everyone who has a scrotum, but I think that there's like it's not like you've stretched an extension cable as far as it will go. There's still some more in the reel.
But then is it too tight? After? Is there no stretch after?
Yeah, I imagine you get it done and they reconnect it, and you're
It's
like,
just
"Oh my
too
god, look at
tight."
that scrotum!"
The sperm are just like shooting out. They're like going down a water slide.
Doing a marathon in under 3 hours.
Yeah. They get out the bottom and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm drowning!" And Meg's like, "No, take your head out. You just need
No,
to be right."
you're just oriented
upright.
wrong. Yeah.
Scuttling down the lazy river.
Yeah.
Have we talked about
Okay.
the episode of The Curse that we watched at all?
Very
We're almost
little.
at the end. We have to do the nails thing, and then we
Yeah, we just-
covered all of it actually.
Right.
I
And
feel
watched
nothing
this-
nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened. We watched some of a boring TV show. Then we
Yes.
watched them try to work out how to make it more interesting. It actually is a very nothing episode in many ways, which is a testament to how compelling it is. Where you're like, some chicken was left out. They made a decision to like cuck him more,
Yes.
and yeah, and then somebody got their neck cracked.
Yeah, and then Asher hangs out with Nala and makes her guess how many nails he has.
And
Kind
she
of
gets it right.
every time. Then he crashes out and picks up way too many and is holding them too tightly in his hand. His hand starts bleeding and it's pretty terrifying.
The only note I had about this part was that Abshir kept asking Asher and like pulled him aside and made him promise to drop the curses thing. And then they send Abshir to the chiropractor to hypothetically die.
Yeah.
And Asher like sneaks over to ask her about tiny curses because he's so obsessed with this chicken.
Yeah,
But
he
yes.
sucks.
Well, let's see how easy it is to predict. So I've got a group of pens here. I'm going to put a number in my hand, and it's out there. How many are there?
Boy. 3.
5.
4. So
Damn
combined.
it.
you got it.
Combined.
Right in the middle.
No. Damn it.
So
I
you're-
wish we were
yeah, you're-
magical.
You have
It's
the
just-
skill, just you have to work together.
Yes.
Um,
We are incomplete humans apart. We
I
must
will say-
fuse ass to mouth to be one super being.
Okay, I will
It's the
say
only way.
on tiny
Hey, please
curses.
don't interrupt Megan. Because she's explaining something.
Shoddy top.
No, but we can find one of the people Stuart was talking about who loves eating ass in any way to be the
That's true.
bottom.
But they're not magical.
Hey. That's kink shaming.
You got to be picky about who you fuse with for life.
That's true.
Yeah.
We've already gone over the fact that I have tummy troubles. I can't be fusing with anyone.
No, that's why you got to be the back.
Yeah, because then you can keep an eye on Megan's rash.
It's long gone. Can I please emphasize that? To my knowledge, it's gone. Again, I'm not checking. But I think it was I think it was like the least bad part of me having shingles, shockingly. Where was your shingles rash? Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that, eh? How about we
Give
talk
me-
about that?
Give me the coordinates.
It was across my ribs here.
So that's in your line of vision.
It was in my line of vision, and I was 14.
Bragging. 14?
Yeah,
You
Pretty
might
cool,
be the
isn't it?
youngest person to have ever gotten shingles.
yeah.
Because
and
I got it when I
genuinely
was, yeah.
didn't affect
Did
me.
you ever have chicken pox when you were a kid?
You
Yeah.
had to have. You can't get shingles without having had chicken pox.
Oh, here we go. Another conspiracy.
No, it's real.
It's the same virus. Basically.
The chicken pox. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but they hide in your spine. And then when
Okay.
your like immune system is compromised, I guess they like creep out and are like
That's why the
surprised.
chiropractor snaps it out of your spine.
I had COVID before it, so I think that that's what happened to me. I don't know what happened to you at 14.
I don't know. I wasn't a particularly sickly child. It just appeared one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mentally, it was obviously very robust the entire time.
Maybe you
Nothing
just
going on
like
there.
were permanently sickly. Like it was just a constant state.
My baseline is yes,
Was a little sickly.
adjusted. We accept the
Yes.
world with which we are presented.
Yes.
Truman Show.
Yes. Have you watched Jury
Oh.
Duty?
Yes, I have.
Very fun, very good. I watched it for a second time recently. Ronald is just exceptional, but that's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I love it.
Mhm.
Are we still doing a second season of that show? I feel like they announced it, but
They filmed it last year, I think.
I wonder what it's gonna have. I wonder what's gonna happen.
I know someone who had to leave the Edinburgh Fringe early last year because they got a part in it. They were American
Oh,
and they got the part midway through the run and had to leave.
Is it a good show to be cast in when it's supposed to be people you don't recognize?
except you're,
Let's
if
get this
you're
sucker
James
in.
Marsden.
yeah, unless you're like the star. But
Yeah,
I did
I get
recognize a few
cast.
people.
And I'm like, oh, so I'm the James Marsden part. Yeah.
You're like, the paparazzi needs to stop.
I'm excited for season 2 whenever it comes out.
Mhm.
Season 2 of this show, don't know if it's ever happening, but would love to see it.
Is it spoilers if you tell us if you think there's going to be a season 2?
I can't see where it would go, but it would be interesting.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
the
'cause
fact that
every-
they've scoped the idea out, apparently.
Every episode after I'm finished watching it, I do feel as if nothing has happened.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? And I had that sort of exact same thing. And like, there was a point where I got up to get a drink and I went, should I pause it? I went, I think I'll be fine.
You were fine.
Yeah. But favorite part of the episode? When he walks in and goes, Java. I get a cup of that.
I feel like, yeah, it's very. I'm sure it's all gonna hopefully come together at the end. I have faith that there's gonna be something. This will all
Oh.
have made sense.
I loved it, the whole series. But when you say what happened, I can't answer that.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, my mom loved it too, but her only like real reaction was like, "Oh, Asher, poor guy with his small penis." I'm like, okay, that's all you took away from it.
Wow, a little insight there.
She's always like Asher and his little cherry tomato.
She loves to reference it.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen Nathan For You, so this is her first time having a Nathan Fielder project. Or I think she maybe has watched a few episodes now, but
well, she didn't know how to listen to our podcast before. So it was recent that she watched the whole thing in a day and was like, I'm gonna watch the podcast. And it's
nice.
because I think it's because it finally hi Sherry.
Hi there, Sherry Tomato.
Do you
Sherry
Tomato is the new nickname. Wait, Stuart, do you know any ranchmen? Like ranchers,
no.
like cowboys,
Cowfolk.
cowboys.
No, there weren't that many in the Slough region of the UK.
that's fair.
Like, I think Sherry is looking to marry or meet. So if you know anyone who might want to date Kelly's mom, she finds the curse funny.
Kelly's mom has got it going on.
She watches every random thing on Netflix, like every show that you're like, who watches that? Like my mom is watching.
Okay, we need to find a ranchman.
With a lot of who watches a lot of TV. Ranchman.
I really elongate the ranchman.
Ranch. She'll like literally take whole vacations to like go horseback riding.
I love that. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
She's a cool lady. Shout out to my mom.
Hello. I'm going to start a ranch.
She made me add 2 songs to my marathon playlist. One of them was Thunderstruck by AC/DC, and the other one was The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
A woman of range.
She's range. Okay, the next episode is called Self-Exclusion.
Whoa.
Meg, what were you going to say? Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, no, I was going to say that's why she started listening, because I think it got back to her that we mentioned finding her a man like very often. And she was like, what is this all about? What is happening?
It's a good question. We're
just putting it out into the universe.
It's like always mildly embarrassing, like explaining to people that we like have a podcast. Because before I was like, oh, it's like about Nathan For You. Which
You're
was like
insulting Stuart and I.
But like we have a podcast about Nathan.
More so me. Stuart's very successful.
Let me finish. So I was like, Nathan For You, a TV show. But then we started doing the rehearsal, and I was like, well, the podcast isn't really about that. It's about like Nathan Fielder. But when you say you have a podcast about a person, it makes you sound like a lunatic. Like I sound like you are being like, yeah, we podcast about Nathan Fielder shows, and everyone's like, who's that? I'm like, oh, he's like this weird guy.
Hey,
actually, you're right. Like that would, if I found out somebody had started a podcast that was about me.
Oh, actually, when we're done the curse, I don't think we have any more Nathan Fielder bits. I think we need to start podcasting about every episode of Stuart's podcast.
Recapping Stuart's
podcast.
That is a funny podcast, just to be doing a reaction to a random podcast.
Because you guys just talk about the most random things. And I feel like as someone who, like, look, we're 2 hours in. Your what is it? Self-exclusion? What's it called? The
Next week's episode, self-exclusion.
Self-exclusion. Your ability to walk away after like half an hour, I am not strong enough. Like,
Yeah,
you guys keep it tight.
we keep it tight, but that's partly out of our own like short amount of time.
Yes.
In that we're like, well, we could record 3 episodes in just over an hour, or we could record 1 and then we just have to do that again next week. Because our commitment was it's gonna be weekly and it won't stop.
Yeah, we are in it for the love of the game and to just yap. Yeah.
And also you're tackling big things where people get distracted.
Huge things.
Whereas we are like, right, what has happened recently?
Okay. On that note, I don't know how late you want to stay up because it's already 10:30. So I feel like I wanted to tell you about all the pop culture things. So last time Stuart was on, and all this conversation happened afterwards, where we were talking about like Canadian PSAs. We found out Stuart was coming to Montreal to be a part of Just for Laughs. And so we're like, hey, let us teach you about an anana and the house hippo and all of these things so that when you're interacting with Canadians, like, you know what's going on. And now it seems like you're in America all the time. So there are some like quirky, fun pop culture things we could hit you with. So when you are on the mean streets of New York, you can bust it out and be like, I know all the happenings.
Yes, and I would love to say in my accent, oh, I know all of the happenings.
All of the happenings. Kelly, can you, as quickly as possible, give us Mr. Fantasy, hot ice cream, and maybe we leave leave Ned Fulmer out, but hit us with Mr. Fantasy and hot ice cream as quickly as possible.
Okay. Well, I feel like Mr. Fantasy, the listeners are well aware of Mr. Fantasy at this point, but for Stuart's sake, Mr. Fantasy is an alter ego that the actor from Riverdale, KJ Apa, randomly created one day to like release music. So KJ Apa himself is like a hot guy.
Okay.
He plays Archie on a show called Riverdale. Do you know the Archie comics?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he played Archie on like this teen drama show that just like really wilded out for a while.
I feel like Stuart's probably heard of Riverdale. It's pretty
I have. I don't really know what
wacky.
it was about though.
Nobody knows, really. It kind of was like the first season was like a murder mystery, and then like a bunch of the characters turned into like witches, and then they like went back in time, and then they like went forward in time. One of the characters was like a serial killer. It's like a whole thing.
The plot
it's just a different continent.
Yeah.
It just like, you know, they were just doing whatever. But yes, so KJ Apa randomly one day put on a bob wig and some fake teeth and a British accent and became Mr. Fantasy.
I'm going to send you a photo.
He released a song called Mr. Fantasy, which in my opinion is a banger. And so he's just been posting TikToks as Mr. Fantasy and like bopping around and nobody really knows why other than seemingly for the love of the game.
You've got to respect anyone doing anything for the love of the game.
Yeah, and like people keep like running into him.
Fantasy. Is it so he's a New Yorker?
No, he's from I want to say New Zealand or something.
Yeah, but he's like very much known in America.
Yes.
Oh, so I need to be aware of Mr. Fantasy.
Mr. Fantasy.
And is there a Mrs. Fantasy?
Me. Hopefully someday.
Okay, so I sent you what he normally looks like as well.
Oh. He's gorgeous in both.
So he just puts on a crazy accent and just like is just going to like Chipotle and shooting videos and like is just cosplaying as a struggling singer and won't explain it.
Good.
Yeah. He just won't. He even has like done interviews on like Triple J and stuff and like has not explained what's going on. And
Right,
his
so I'm
comments on
sold on
TikTok are crazy.
his comments. He's always commenting as
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, so like people will comment on his TikTok and he'll comment back like the craziest stuff. He also only follows like James Franco fan pages on the Mr. Fantasy account. It's all very confusing.
It's really good.
He has 2 songs out. One of them is very good. The other one, I don't think is that good, but one of them is excellent and pretty catchy.
Mr. Fantasy is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to it during my marathon and it made me laugh so hard that I ran faster. I was like, if Mr. Fantasy were here, he'd be so disappointed if I was walking.
That's good. Well, I'm proud of Mr. Fantasy. So I know what's the other thing I need to know?
Hot ice cream.
Hot ice cream.
I think I've heard of hot ice cream.
Okay, it's Tyra Banks. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yeah,
Kelly.
Tyra Banks. So a few years ago, Tyra Banks decided she was getting out of the modeling game and opened an ice cream company called Smize and Dreams. And she was like selling ice cream. But apparently it didn't do super hot in the US, so she moved her entire operation to Australia and was just doing the ice cream there. But she decided just a few months ago that the new thing she was going to sell was hot ice cream. She was very adamant that it's not a latte or hot chocolate. It's its own thing. So yeah, she's now serving hot ice cream.
Oh, so I don't really know what it is. I figured it was like like ice cream flash fried, like a ball flash fried.
Yeah,
and
like
probably,
deep fried. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But yes, okay, I don't. But this is Australia. I'm not. You've told me 2 things that are in the southern hemisphere, very far away.
No, but they are relevant in America.
Mr. Fantasy could show up anywhere. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is
wait.
correct. Hello.
Is there someone hiding in your room? Are they taking
Mr.
your
Fantasy
show?
person.
They're taking
Oh
your
my
show
god.
idea. They're waiting in your bed.
Oh no.
They have some burning questions to ask you.
Oh no, when the podcaster becomes the guest.
They think they heard you wanted a threesome, so they want to leave the door open a little bit.
Maybe that's,
yeah.
I mean, that would be a podcast, right? Someone who wants a threesome and they just podcast until they achieve it.
Well, what you're
It would be a
looking for
little
is
complicated.
it's not just a threesome you're looking for. You have achieved the one sum, the two
Yes.
sum. What number
Correct.
do you want to get up to?
That's true. You want to get to I guess a 9-sum and then be like, we don't want to get into double digits.
No double digits. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So you
You
start.
want to boom,
You
boom,
wanna
boom, boom, boom.
At
And
a
then you
certain
leave
point,
the thumbs say
statistically,
everything's all good.
someone's getting shingles. So you just have to be careful.
Not a sexually transmitted disease. It has nothing to do with that. It's not a thing.
Yes, well, that's not how I got out of 14. Is that too bleak to end on? That was
No,
suddenly too
I
bleak.
think it's fine.
We're saying I didn't get it that way. And what felt like both of you
We're gonna
went,
re-edit
"Oh, no, we got it
it.
then."
I was like, oh, maybe that is how you get it.
Well,
It's like I'm
technically it is,
reconsidering everything.
it is technically the same virus as herpes, but it's also the same virus
Yeah,
as
that's true.
chickenpox.
Which my doctor did a very poor job of explaining to me, quite frankly.
Sorry. Sorry to
How'd
burst
you get
in with my
herpes on your
public
back?
health degree.
No, so that's the thing. It's not that it is herpes. It's
Oh, okay.
that the name is similar, right?
No, it's the same virus.
But it goes away. It's not, you don't get it the same way.
Okay.
It's a different thing.
No, yeah, whatever you say.
You had it too. We both had shingles.
No, I didn't
They're
have
just
herpes.
it's in the same family.
I didn't have herpes. It was shingles.
Stuart, tell us where we can find you. Tell us what you want people to check out. Give us all of your plugs.
Stuart, Christmas is coming up. Are we plugging your cocktail making MC experience?
If you want to book me for your corporate Christmas party, I will host it for a price.
Or
Look,
a
I don't
threesome.
It costs a threesome, yeah.
With the CEO and the CFO. That's
Oh.
that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Right? We need both ends, so to speak. I don't know what to plug, really. Just listen to my podcast, Weak Minded, with Stuart Laws and Damon Bammer. I think it's a fun listen. And then the rest of it's all like, I guess I am doing shows more and more in the US. Hopefully we'll have a New York show coming up, and we'll hopefully be doing more and more. I'm enjoying gigging in North America more and more. Also, Jerry D has something coming out soon. So I worked with him on something. I can't say exactly what it is, but I'm sure it will be announced relatively soon.
So I live a few hours north of Toronto, and there's a casino near me, and Jerry D is coming and doing a comedy set here. And because of you, I want to go. So I'll try to get tickets and tell you about it.
Yeah, he's so funny. And I got to meet him at JFL, and it was very, very fun. And he's a funny guy. And I've started watching Mr. D. It's a good sitcom. You should do that next. You've got 8 series of that you can do.
I've never seen it.
That's my big rec.
If we can find it here.
Mr.
But
D,
also,
the
I think
opposite
the listeners
of the cherry tomato.
Yeah, I think the listeners also love any recommendations for shows. People are always asking us for recommendations of stuff to watch. So,
well, then watch Such
Mr.
Brave
D.
Girls on Hulu. My friend Kat Sadler's 2 series. I pop up in a tiny part in series 2. It's a very excellent sitcom. It's got like it's 12 episodes. It's very dark but very funny. So it's got like It's Always Sunny vibes, but like
I love It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, it's got that like element of like a gang of despicable people, but it's British, and it's written by my friend Kat, and she's in it with her real life sister, and their incredibly toxic relationship with themselves and their mother.
Okay, I will definitely watch that next. I feel like I needed a new show. I will find it and I will watch it.
That's on Hulu. Get on that. It's so good. And if you're in London next year, on March the 6th, I'm doing a show called Stuart Laws as Michael Caine saying never for 1 hour. And I think it's almost half sold out already. So if you want to go to that,
amazing.
It's going to be extremely fun, I think.
Okay. We've heard about America and London. Like, when are you coming to Canada?
I actually I do want to send some emails to some people. I met a comedy booker who has a club in Toronto.
Yes.
Which one?
I can't remember now. I need to look at my notes. But then
the comedy bar.
To email.
It was the comedy bar.
Is it comedy bar?
That's so close to Kelly's house.
It's literally around the corner from where I live.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I would love to come to Toronto. I've heard lots of wonderful things, and it is on my agenda. It's just difficult when you're in a new continent and you're trying to email people who don't have any idea who you are, but you're trying to be like, I'm good. Trust, please don't ignore me. Please.
That's so fair. Should I go over there and be like, hey, there's this guy that I think would be so fun if you booked?
Yeah, well, I have a friend who has a weekly show there, Good News. So his name's Corey Birch. He's so funny, and he does improv there like every single week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so if you do come, I'm sure you'll meet him and other people and the booker and everything. But the goal is to get you to Canada, I think.
Yes.
Get me to Vancouver.
No, wait,
Get me
Toronto.
to Winnipeg.
Speaking of
No,
Canada,
wait, you don't want to go to
we gotta
Winnipeg.
wrap up because I need to go watch the end of the baseball
Okay.
game, guys. I'm
Okay.
fucking dying here.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Everyone, check us out on Instagram at NathanForUsPod, on TikTok at NathanForUsPodcast. You send us an email, NathanForUsPodcast@gmail.com.
Okay, listen
You
to
can
Stuart's
close it out.
podcast. If you own a comedy bar or a comedy club, book Stuart. If you want to get drunk and have him hand out awards, book Stuart. You better do it. Bye.
Go watch the baseball.
Oh, wait. This has been Kelly and Megan and Stuart on your side. Good luck editing that.